Hi, we're going to pick up where we left off on your PowerPoint with number 6. Now we're on number 7. It says the European side of the Mediterranean was influenced mostly by which cultures? So you're going to go to page number 2. And it says slide 4. All right. And when you look at it, it says this religious distribution map shows a clear division between Christian and Islamic parts of the Mediterranean region. The boundary between the two in the Eastern Mediterranean is religiously mixed and also an important center. So you're going to take a look at just the areas that are colored in. If I open it up more, it'll give you all the religions, and that'll help you answer that question a little bit better. Okay, going down to number 8. It says check page 6 first. Okay, I see that in green, so let me go to page 6. The African side of the Mediterranean was influenced mostly by which cultures? So if I take a look here, it says, if I just skim, talks about architecture here. I'm going to stand at page 6, so let me go down a little bit more. And then it says, historically, the European side of the region was most heavily influenced by Greek and Roman culture, while African side was dominated by Arab and Muslim culture. There you go. Okay, so take a look right there, and there's your number 8. Okay, take a look at number 9. Number 9 says list at least 3 commonalities that exist around the Mediterranean region. Read page 6 and read the whole slideshow. So 3 commonalities. I want to take a look in page 6 again, go down, and I'm going to click all of what I have here, okay? And I'm going to look almost like I'm thinking about creating a Venn diagram or a T-chart and doing a comparison. So 3 commonalities that exist around the Mediterranean region, all right? I can take a look here in this chart, and I can see it a little bit better here in my reading. Also pay attention to the cultures when it comes to languages as well. And this has quite a bit of mixing at one time. Roman and Ottoman empires controlled tracts of territory on both shores. There was a religious divide, but they want commonalities. So you want to take a look here and a little bit on page 7 as well. Okay, well, page 7 is your study guide, but this is where most of your information will be, and you want to click on the comparison of the Mediterranean as well. Okay, the cuisines, it's kind of easy. You can go back to page 1, and if you want a recipe on bouillabaisse, that's there. Okay, while it's loading, let's go back to our page, number 11. Did it come up? Yep. Here's our commonalities and similarities. Make sure you read thoroughly. All right, number 10, explain what cuisines throughout the Mediterranean region are so similar. Going back to page 1. All right. The cuisines are the information is here, and it's not going to just jump out at you, but do pay attention to what they have access to around the Mediterranean. That will be fish, of course, the spices, and what they have access to because of the abundance of seafood available throughout the Mediterranean Sea. Many trade and transportation connections made possible by the seas are also responsible. All right, this is an interconnectedness, so a lot of those areas are eating the same dishes because of what they have access to. Okay, number 11, you have, let's see, over here. Why are religion, governments, and economies so different throughout the Mediterranean region? Let's go to page 5 and 6. All right, it says the water-centered life in the Mediterranean and the mildness of the climate have created similarities throughout the region, enabling travel, trade, and cultural contact throughout this large territory. Looking back at number 11, religion, government, economy so different. Take a minute to consider the effects of the Mediterranean climate and its sea-based transportation routes. All right, and make sure you look into these. I'm not going to do these for you again, but it says which of these developed early in the history of the Mediterranean region. I know cartography was, no irrigation because it's salt water, and I know navigation was another one, and no trade. Let's see if we get it right. Great job, okay? Let's look at number 12 and make sure when you do this that you have access to everything that you need when you and looking at number 6, I'm still on number 11. Make sure you open this right here so you can get a full response and an accurate response. All right, let's go to that was number 11. Let's go to number 12. See if I can push this over some. Oh, let's open number 12. Thinking from a geographer's perspective, what's more important? The similarities or the differences across the Mediterranean provide evidence to support this opinion. If I just go to page 2, and while I'm doing that, think of the similarity. Sorry, it's Gabe's birthday. I went ahead and opened it. Let me go back to Apex here. Page 2, I believe. That's 4, 3, 2. Go back to my question, make sure I read it correctly. Thinking from a geographer's perspective, what's more important, similarities or differences across the Mediterranean? Well, if people need to get along due to economic, cultural, religious differences, or just to get along, period, then of course you want to make sure that you look for those indicators. What makes them get along? What are some commonalities to answer number 12? All right. Remember, you have twice to take the quiz and ask, and I can help you out. I can open it up again, but doing these study guides are key. Okay. Good luck.